Peace. Peace, everybody. Yeah, man. So I just thought I'd come on here and address a couple things like, you know, people been jumping in my inbox, asking me, because they see Rashad Jamal done got hemmed up, you know, they not giving them apparently they not giving them bail. They got him on, accusations of child molestation. Apparently his baby mom put it on him. Um, and then you see the situation with Vontoocut. Vontoocut apparently got charged with having a firearm and drugs, so he's locked up right now. And people hitting my inbox, they like, "Yo, King Brujo, like, did you give the spiritual hands to Rashad Jamal and Vontoocut?" And that's the question people coming to me with, man. And to make a short answer, no, that's not my work right there. I didn't give those spiritual hands to Rashad Jamal and Vontoocut. I don't listen, I don't have no beef with them. I have critiques. I have things that I don't like, about both people. But I didn't to go that far that I put spiritual hands. No, I didn't do that. Um, for what? For what? I mean, what damage were they doing to the community or anything like that? That's like when people was telling me to put spiritual hands and shit to like Kevin Samuels, and I'm like, for what? All Kevin Samuels do is get on here and talk shit, but he's not physically doing anything to know. It's not like a nature boy situation that I had to handle. It's not like a brother polite situation. You know what I'm saying? Like those was different. And I never had no qualms with them. So it's like we didn't even have no run-ins or nothing like that. I mean, I've reached out to Rashad Jamal in the past, um, because some of the other content that he puts out, is decent. But other than that, family, I don't just I got shit to do. Like I have a bunch of clients that I'm constantly doing work for and helping to better other people's life. I got a temple that I'm running, you know, through my mentorship, the Temple of Indigenous Spiritualism. And so I have to keep things up to date with that. Like I said, when y'all don't see me on YouTube, that's the things that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like Rashad Jamal, I mean, I don't got no problem with Rashad Jamal. I don't have no beef with him. I just don't like, he puts out a lot of misinformation about African traditions, which I don't like because it just to me it follows the trend of like people using buzzwords. So any word that they think is going to get views or people listening, then they'll add that into the shit that they're talking about. That's the one I don't like, because when it comes from a practitioner point of view, and this reiterates what I tell y'all, most of these people are philosophers and not practitioners. You got to understand what I'm saying. That's how he can even be in situation like the one he's in right now. Practitioners, we handle shit a whole different way. People be scared to do things like that because they already done seen work. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different ball game. Or before something like that happened, baby mama would have been hemmed up on some spiritual shit. You're not about to tie me down like that. We not doing that. I'm gonna protect myself. Period. So as a practitioner, we handle shit different. And so most of these people out here, they philosophers, man. And their philosophy might span different cultures, but that doesn't mean that they have a mastery or a true understanding of the cultures that they're covering. They might just have a surface level of it, but have a broad spectrum. And that's what Rashad Jamal have. Like he can talk on different topics, But when it comes to African spirituality, as a person that is a devotee of Ifa, as somebody that grew up in this tradition, my great grandmother was a priestess in the tradition. He telling y'all a lot of wrong when it comes to the Orisha. And the things that he gets right is the shit that you can just Google yourself and find out about an Orisha. You know what I'm saying? And some of the things that he's saying with the Orisha are very dangerous because he should not be telling people to just, go to Orishas and do this or do that, because that's very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know how to really approach these deities, this, that, and a third. You're doing this stuff without guidance from somebody that knows what they're doing. Things can get bad. And I've seen things go bad like that and then have to help people through there to make it right. And this is why people have to go through the proper protocols when we working with these spirits. This is why we have to go through the proper protocols when we entering into African traditional traditions or indigenous practice as a whole. You have to know the protocols. You understand? So some of the things that Rashad Jamal tell y'all, man, is very dangerous, and it's misinformation. It's not even true. And to me, he just using another buzzword because it's popular ever since Beyonce came out and told everybody she's a daughter of Oshun and that her sister is a daughter of Yemoja. Shit, everybody down with Orishas now. It's the weirdest shit in the world. But 10 years ago, when I was talking about this shit, because I grew up in it, motherfuckers was looking at me sideways like I was ballistic. You know what I'm saying? But now, okay, it's in the forefront. Now the real teachers, we got to get our just due because we the ones that grew up in this shit. We know what's going on. Don't come just jumping in this talking because it's a buzzword and people going to click your video because it say Orisha in it. Come on, man. Have respect for these traditions. And that's the only really issue that I have with Rashad Jamal, which I may just make a video um reiterating what I'm saying, but having his teachings play as well so I can tell y'all what's right. I don't know. I'm still debating. It's up in the air. But that's the only thing. And Vontoocut, I don't have no issue with Vontoocut other than he's done lost his way apparently, and he's not very wise. Once again, philosophers, he's not very wise. He haven't lived enough. And when I say lived enough, I'm not talking about in time of age. I'm just talking about in experience and depth and dealing with elders. And this is what keeps you from going astray. But these principles are lost with a lot of these teachers. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't care to listen to nobody or take. Vontoocut was bold enough to say Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was wrong in their opinions or their ways of going. Who the fuck are you to say Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was wrong about anything? Stay in your lane, young whippersnapper. That's the shit I be talking about. People have to be humble as they moving through life. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about me, but at the end of the day, I am a traditional man that follows tradition, that respects elders, and that respects protocol in my traditions. And that gives me a certain discipline. Okay. And that is very important. The discipline part is the most important part because it keeps order and it keeps progress going. You see? So y'all got to be having discernment, man, when you following people and things like that. But, like I said, I didn't give them those spiritual hands. And furthermore, I recognize that, a lot of y'all teachers have gone down. Quite a few of them have gone down by my hands. I realized that. And many of them I had nothing to do with. I tell you, when it was me, I tell you. And I give you play by play. Y'all done seen the shit. And I'll tell you before the landslide happens. You feel me? Just like Nature Boy, I'll run it through. So you can follow the whole shit, get your popcorn out. That's how I get down. You know what I'm saying? I make it a movie. I put niggas on the news. Y'all know how I do. But, I've realized that a lot of y'all teachers have gone down. So, you know, I may consider coming on here a little more, because I realize that, you know, y'all still needing information, y'all still needing guidance, y'all still need it. And a lot of these people, they biting the dust or whatever the case is. So I may consider coming on here to do lives once in a while to break things down. Maybe I'll break down certain things in astrology or whatever like that for the people, not to go so deep like I do in my mentorship, but to give y'all insight into your personal life through astrology. So maybe we go through certain transits and things like that, so y'all can be ready as it's coming to you and prepare for it, things like that. So maybe I consider doing that once, you know, a few times out the month, just to give y'all some insight. And, you know, maybe consider uploading a little more content on YouTube than what I'm used to, just so that the people still have things going in the community, because that's what we're supposed to do. When we see shit like this happen, it's not for us to come out and then throw daggers at Rashad Jamal and throw daggers at Vontoocut and do, you know what I'm saying? It's just to other people step up and provide whatever they can provide right now. Other people step up and y'all add y'all 1-2s into the community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all add y'all pieces in so that we can keep growing as a collective. So everybody can keep growing as a unit, and the community can stay strong and prosperous and fertile. You understand? And that's the key, man. That's the key to it all. But yeah, man, I just had to come address that, because I don't want my name associated to shit that I didn't do. If I didn't do it, don't put my name in that shit, bro. Leave it alone, because I didn't touch that. Now, the shit that I did do, you run that shit to the news, you run that shit to whoever the fuck you want. Y'all done seen the people that got put down, because it's all in my motherfucking page. And I even made a playlist on it, you know, spiritual beef playlist. Y'all can go run through and see all the victims. That's how I get down. But the shit that I didn't do, you know what I'm saying? Don't bring my name up when talking them bodies, because I didn't do them. That's not my work. The work I did, you seen the work I did. And I stand on that. And I'm proud of my work. I'm very proud of, see, that's what y'all got to understand. I am very proud of my work. Whether it's chaos or road opening for people or whatever it is, I'm proud of my work. So don't put my name on things that's not my work, because my work play out a certain way. You understand? I take pride in my craft. This is my grandmother's tradition, man. Fuck you mean? I take pride in this shit. This is like growing up in a family of motherfucking blacksmiths. You gonna take pride in that shit, because your grandfather was a blacksmith, your great grandfather was a blacksmith, and they just ran down the line. Now it's your turn. You gonna be proud of that shit. That's how I feel about voodoo. That's how I feel about the culture. You know what I'm saying? And my part and my position in it. You feel me? So with that being said, yo, with all that Rashad Jamal shit, all that Vontoocut shit, kindly take my name out of that conversation with them niggas. I didn't have nothing to do with that. That's not my work. Okay. And, you know, for those that's coming in, that's new to me, subscribe to the channel and, you know, catch this knowledge on indigenous practices. And that's what it is, family. Ashiu.